Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Blue Belt Combat Sports with your boys, Neil and Zachary William Mansk.
What up, dude?
Not much. Not much, man. Just, living life, trying to survive out here in these streets of life. But yeah, I
Streets of
totally
Love.
also set up my shit before this and did not forget to set it up right now.
Test, dude. You're just on your webcam mic?
Hmm?
Unreal, dude. You're just on your webcam mic?
Dude, we're not a professional podcast by any means. Like Rogan, we're just a couple clowns acting. We're like the Wish version of Pat McAfee.
Basically.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Fucking UFC fight night, Whitaker Askarov, dude. What do you think of it?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Did you hear me? Jesus.
All right, hold up.
Good Lord.
Can you hear me?
Kneeling his equipment. I can hear you.
How about now?
You're quieter than before, but I can hear you.
All right. How about now?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. I switched to my mic and headphones, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, man, it was a good card. I thought the prelims were decent. The main event was good too. I'm gonna be honest, I only watched the featured prelim of Jared Gordon and Nazareth.
Fair enough, man. No, the main card was great.
Yeah.
I mean, the prelims had some good fights on it too, but it was just like, I mean, there was one fight that wasn't a decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, Felipe Lima, he looked good. Came out on
Yeah.
short notice, choked out Naimov. Hanat and Dalby had a good fight.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, of course, the Nasrat and Jared Gordon fight.
Dude, that Renat, I watched the Renat and Nicholas Dalby fight. That was a fucking war. That was a good fight.
But I've been telling you, Dalby's a dog. Sleep on
Hmm.
Dalby.
I mean, it was razor thin, 29-28, 29-28, 28-29. Like he could have obviously easily won this fight.
Yeah. No, dude, Dalby's a dog. He's always a dog.
I'm gonna call out someone right now. Sal Diamato, why the fuck are you always reffing these fights? You suck.
Call out the judge. Tell you who didn't need judges, though.
Replace
Vulcan
the
who's
judge. Have the judges be former fighters. I never understood why they have former fighters as judges.
yeah, I mean, I don't even know if you need to be former fighters. It just can't be the same people that have been judging the fights terribly for the past.
Every fight, it's Sal Diamato. It's always a split decision. Sal Diamato's the one with the wrong fucking winner.
Yeah. But not a lot of judging needed on the main card though.
Yeah. Let's go through the prelims that we watched, the last three, and then we'll go through the main card. So Renat and Nicholas Dalby. Any thoughts on this one?
Oh, we just talked about it, dude. Dolby's a dog.
Any
And
any other
not
insights?
great. We just talked about these,
All
bro.
right, all right. What about Haparast and Gordon, Nazareth and Gordon?
Yeah, I mean, Hawksprot is I mean, he's a great prospect. Jared Gordon. I mean, Jared Gordon, he's got my heart, but he just doesn't always win. So I hope he'll bounce back.
He's
Um,
not a bad fighter. Like he's good, and he beat Mark Madsen his last fight out. So
right.
he's doing decent.
I mean, I guess like the main standout from the prelims for me was Felipe Lima
Hmm.
choking out Naimov. That was
Yeah,
probably
for
the
sure.
highlight of the prelims. And you got a
Yeah.
bonus, I believe, too. Yeah, you got a performance of the night. So,
No.
so yeah.
All right, main card. Volkan Desimir and Johnny Walker, right? This is the first time I had seen Volkan fight live. This is also his first fight since. Oh, actually, no, I've seen him fight live. Never mind. I've seen him fight Gain and this Gain specific card. I saw him fight um when he fought Anthony Smith's evil twin. But yeah, man, Johnny Walker's chin is just gone.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a glass cannon. Either not got to be knocked out. And when he does get knocked out, it's always it's always just so cartoonish.
It's a highlight reel.
Yeah, I mean, but man, Vulcan, no time is back, dude. He didn't have any of it tonight or last night.
Anthony Smith and Vulcan are just like winning now. It's like 2009, 2017 again, 2018 again.
Volk's always great. I mean,
Yeah,
even
no, he's a dog, dude.
he
That
always shows
man,
up.
that man is built like a tank. He's
And like
6'2", but
yeah, I
he's
mean, his
huge.
strength of competition has always been super high. I mean, he came in fighting, OSP, and he's fighting
Hmm.
Daniel Cormier in like his third or fourth fight or something like that.
Hmm.
So I mean, can't hate on it.
Yeah, no, he's solid. He's a dog.
But yeah, no, he
Any,
looked great.
any other
Sharp,
comments?
no.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, Shara Magomedov, not. Jeez, I gotta clear my throat. Damn. Shara Magomedov and Antonio Tricoli. Dude, Shara is like, I don't know how he could get like cleared to fight in the US given his eye, but
He's not.
but I mean they gotta get this guy in fights. I know Bo Nickel was calling him out too.
Bo needs to worry about like fighting at like guys who know how to wrestle and guys who have two eyes. This is why Bo's not a contender. No one views him as such. Everybody views him as a prospect who probably will never be champion.
Yeah. Shara looked good though. Yeah. I mean, he
Hmm.
had to like wear him down. It was kind of just like a
Did you see the fence grab in the second round?
it did. That was egregious.
Yeah, no, that was bad. I was like, dude, if he got because if he gets that, the guy could Shara could either get TKO'd or he could get ground and pounded to a submission or because Tricoli is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. He's legit on the ground. You good?
Choking a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Try to drink some water. Keep
Yeah.
myself hydrated.
Yeah, no, water kills you.
Nah,
Never
I'm all
drink
fucked
water. Drink Bud Light.
up. Excuse me. Goddamn. It's terrible.
JK,
Terrible
we all know
podcast.
Miller Lite's better.
Absolutely
But
terrible podcast so far.
yeah. But yeah, no, Dracoli could have submitted him on the ground, but he didn't because he couldn't get him to the ground
Yeah, I
because
mean,
of
he
that
got
agree.
screwed. He got screwed. I mean, they should have just like, I mean, I don't know. There should just be like a rule in place where when you do that, you're like, you get put on the ground and like
Hmm.
start or something.
Pride used to do that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I because it's if he it could be 1-1. The worst case scenario, it's 1-1. Best case scenario, Dracoli TKOs him on the ground or submits him. Dracoli's got some good submissions. So like this was like egregious. I thought they should have taken away 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty rare for that to happen, but I mean, I've seen it before. So,
Like I just thought
yeah,
it
it
was so
was,
bad, and like the ref, John McCarthy, fucking Mark Goddard didn't see it. I'm like, Mark Goddard, you're fucking blind.
yeah, no, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
Any
I
other
mean, hey,
thoughts?
I guess he wore him down and he ended up getting
No.
knocked out in the third round. But
Any other thoughts?
I hope he's able to fight in the US, but it'll probably
Hmm.
never happen.
No, that boy's gonna be staying over in Dagestan area forever.
Yeah. All right. Next fight, Weight Watchers exclusive. Calvin Gastelum and D Rod. Poor D Rod. You Kelvin Gastelum essentially missed weight by 15 pounds.
Brother, he wanted this fight to be at 205.
Hmm?
I'm not joking. Kelvin asked, can it be at 205? This was supposed to be at 170.
Well, no, I know it's supposed to be 170. But that's crazy. And I don't know. I just hope D Rod got paid because he got screwed. I mean, Kelvin
Hmm.
looked like, I mean, if you just look at the fight in a vacuum, he looked good. But I mean,
Dude, where has this wrestling been?
it's, I mean, he hasn't really shown it that much in his last few fights. But I mean, he's always been a good wrestler.
His base is wrestling, isn't it? Yeah, he was when he wrestled at North Idaho State, he was ranked as the fifth in the country as a in JUCO.
Yeah. No, he's
Also,
always been a
he used to work as a bail bondsman.
wrestler. He had his fucking LinkedIn pulled up, dude.
Yeah. Dude, no, he was an all-state wrestler in California, which is pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah. But, but yeah, I mean, like the weight is just like a massive problem.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't really know what you do with the guy at this point, other than just like make him fight at 185 or just release
Just keep him
him.
at 185. Do not let him go down to 170.
Yeah, I mean,
He was struggling to make 185. He was like, I want 205.
yeah, I mean, he's just one of those guys who just struggles with weight no matter what it is.
He's like the Mexican version of DC.
I mean, like, I honestly think that like if he had to fight at 205, he would still like miss at 205
Really?
because he would just eat more.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like this isn't like a
Does he have
size.
an eating disorder?
No, he just probably likes. I remember Henry Cejudo saying that he just likes way too much and he gets the munchies. That's what Henry Cejudo said, right? That's not me.
Dude, get that man to Texas as soon as possible. He'll stay straight in Texas.
I think he's in Texas, dude.
I thought he was in California. He's from California.
Uh,
He fights out of Arizona.
okay. But yeah, I mean, weight's just a massive problem. It just takes a lot away from the win. Because instead of talking about how good he looked during the fight, it's just like, oh man,
Hmm
this guy just does not make weight, and he
hmm
hasn't been making weight for his entire time that he's been at 170 pounds,
hmm
past and present.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what you do with him. He's also lost. He's not, I mean, in his last fight, see, what's confusing to me is that I didn't know Sean Brady was this good of a grappler in terms of his wrestling because Kelvin Gastelum's a damn good wrestler, but Sean Brady took him down like crazy with the last fight. So,
Sean Brady, legit. Don't sleep on Sean Brady.
I mean, I know he was good at jiu-jitsu. I didn't know Sean Brady's wrestling was that good.
No, he's that good.
Facts. But yeah, D-Rod got screwed. I hope he gets paid. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Calvin's just got to stay at 185 and deal with it. I mean,
So,
either that or get a nutritionist. I mean, I don't know.
so I want to jump back to Vulcan and Johnny Walker now. I want to see the winner of fucking what is it called? I want to see Vulcan fight Carlos Ulberg next. And
Center over. All right.
I want Johnny Walker to fight give him I don't know, give him some grappler. Anthony Smith's evil twin.
Oh, Bogdan.
Just give him someone who's a grappler. Do not give him a hard hitter.
Him and let's see, Vulcan. I mean, he can fight Roundtree. He can fight
Yeah, Vulcan can fight Roundtree, not Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker, stay away from
I mean, I'm
Roundtree.
talking about, yeah, I mean, Johnny Walker's got to take some time off. I mean, he just got knocked out. Have him fight
Yeah.
fucking Dominic Reyes. I don't know.
Oh my God. Can you imagine like the ultimate fight of who's gonna get knocked out badly first?
Yeah, I mean, really, like have him fight Dominic Reyes.
Fuck it.
Um, no, I mean, Vulcan, he should fight like Roundtree or I mean, he's probably gonna be seventh, right? Because I mean,
Yeah, I think he should fight Jamal Hill, honestly.
yeah, that's true.
Just give him Jamal Hill or someone else. Yeah, and then Shara should fight who's that dude? I don't know, give him another tomato can or trash can at 185.
No, I want to see him fight Bo Nickel.
No.
Give him Bo Nickel. Michelle Pereira.
They do have beef, but no, you know what? Give him Ihor Poteria. You remember Ihor Poteria who
No,
Michelle Per
yeah, give him Eeyore.
they were supposed to fight, and then Ihor had to step in on short notice in Brazil. So give him Ihor Poteria next time out in, I think October. Char will probably fight in October again in Abu Dhabi for the pay-per-view then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kelvin Gastelum should fight. God damn it, who should he fight? Give him Chris Curtis again. Rematch Chris Curtis. That was a good fight last time.
It's funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Or have him fight Anthony Fluffy Hernandez.
No, give him a ranked opponent.
Fuck it, why not? Chris Curtis is ranked.
Is he? I thought he was out of the rankings.
No, he's 15.
Oh,
Fluffy's
nah.
14.
All right, give him Fluffy. Give D-Rod a paycheck and give D-Rod fuck, who else can D-Rod fight? Give him the winner of Tony Ferguson, Nick Diaz, or Tony Ferguson, who is it? Who's Tony fighting next?
That's a good question. Who is he fighting next? He's fighting someone good.
Oh, he's fighting that one dude, that Michael dude who was at 155 and
Oh,
then what was
Chiesa.
yeah, Kiesta. Michael Kiesta, yeah.
The winner of Chiesa Ferguson. Fuck it.
Yeah, give him that winner.
All right.
Yo,
Oh,
real shit though. Why is the UFC not doing Tony, Nate, or Nick Diaz?
dude, I don't know. That's crazy, man.
They should do Tony, Nick Diaz. I think that's a great fight. Two legends.
Yeah, I mean and it would actually like, make sense too. But
Yeah. Because
they want
Michael Chiesa and Vincente Luque were both ranked at welterweight at one point. Well, Luque is ranked there right now, so I think it's a good fight for the two of them.
yeah. Yeah, it would make sense, but they didn't do that. They mixed up the fucking matchups and didn't do that.
I think they'll probably change it, hopefully before.
I doubt it. I doubt it. We'll just have to deal with it.
Because has anyone fought both Nick and Nate before?
Comey.
Oh, yeah.
Comey's the only one that comes to mind
Okay. Yeah. All right.
though.
Let's move on to the
KJ?
next fight.
No, KJ didn't fight him. Never mind. But yeah, next fight was Volkov and Pavlovich, dude.
Dude, my boy Sergis is not himself. That Tom Aspinall knockout just changed him.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a tough matchup too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's used to being the bigger guy, and Volkov just is the bigger guy. And I mean, he just was running into the strays all night. And he just couldn't like
Did,
close in on him. He
did
was
you
trying,
see
but he just couldn't close in on him.
did you see Volkov's hair getting combed?
He did. That's iconic.
That's awesome.
He's chuckling while he's getting his hair combed. Pavlovich was all salty. But I mean, Volkov, I mean, he just came out looking like the fucking winner, dude. I mean, obviously, like throughout the fight, but even afterwards, I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
Pavlovich just being a poor sport, like you shoving him and shit after the fight. And it's like, dude,
See, Sergi normally like I know Volkov has length over him, but like Sergi just did not look like his bulldozer self. I just think that knockout against Aspinall really fucked with his head.
yeah, I mean, there might be like a mental block or something. Who knows? When you go from the hammer to the nail, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, Tom Aspinall is that fucking good.
Yeah,
Tom Aspinall is a legend.
the legendary Tom Aspinall,
He's about to be a legend, bro.
second coming of Frank Mir, dude. Watch out.
Yeah. Frank Mir is an absolute legend.
No, but Volkov, he looked great. Beat him from pillar to
Mm-hmm.
post, dude. He just used his range, hit him with the straight shots all night, bust him up.
Yeah. Dude, those leg kicks were lethal. Those calf kicks
Yeah.
on Sergi.
Right. I mean, he was just unloading his combos and all that. And yeah, I mean, he's gonna be, probably ranked like third or fourth or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He'll be third. Sergi's third, so
I
he'll
mean, I
take
think
Sergi's
this
spot.
lines up a fight with Rogaine, who needs an opponent. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll probably be the winner of, face whoever's next for the title.
So it'll be winner of Tom Aspinall, uh, Curtis Blades will fight the winner of Gain Volkov for like the interim belt. Watch Town how to defend the interim belt twice, and then the UFC's like both of those are official title defenses because you're undisputed.
Yeah, I think for it to be an official title defense, though, it has to be undisputed beforehand.
But like he's basically the champion. Jones is gonna fight Stipe, beat Stipe, and then they're both gonna retire.
Right. I mean, if we're, yeah, no,
This is a 2017 middleweight division type of situation here.
yeah, it's more of like yeah, basically. Yeah, no, that's an app comparison.
I think Sergi needs to fight. Give him Rosenstruck.
Why not? We always want these guys to fight Rosenstruck, dude.
You know what? Rosenstruck and Derek Lewis need to fight, but I don't know. Give Sergi some tomato can. Give him back on track. Get him right back on track so he can get back to title contention.
Give him Nascimento.
Fuck it. Give him the taxi cab driver from Brazil.
With Nascimento. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Nascimento, we think you're really good. You should fight Pavlovich, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Shara and Vulcan and Felipe Lima, along with Bobby Knuckles. They all got performance of the night.
Dude, speaking of Bobby Knuckles, you were hating on Bobby Knuckles. Off
I
camera,
picked I
obviously, off
picked
mic.
Askarloff to win this fight.
You should have heard the way he was talking about Bobby Knuckles. It's like he's washed, he's trash. He'll never fight again, dude.
He did
Well,
not look good in that DDP fight.
yeah, well, you're focusing too much on the DDP fight.
Well, he's
It's
gonna have to fight DDP next if he's a title if he's like the backup guy and if he ends up being the clear cut number one contender, which he's
keep,
not.
keep talking in your circles, dude. Whitaker smoked your boy. He
Here's the
smoked.
thing. Here's the thing. First of all, it's not even close. Whitaker is by far and away levels above Askarov. Let's agree to that.
He said that
But
with Aliskerov.
we'll call him Askarov because he's ass.
He's not ass, dude. He's good.
When you're the first person finished by Robert Whitaker in years, something's wrong with you.
He fucking got caught heavy. Like, he got hit hard with that fucking overhand.
You know what? That's fair because Robert Whitaker's last few opponents, DDP's never been finished in the UFC. Marvin Vittori's got a chin made of iron, and Paulo Costa's only been finished by one guy, and that was Izzy in his absolute prime.
Yeah.
And Jared, I mean, that was a bullshit knockout from Nasruddin Imamov, but like, I honestly could argue in that Cannonier Whitaker fight, I thought Jared probably could have gotten TKO'd if like it was the same ref. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think if the fight were to go 5 rounds, it was probably on the way to being a TKO or some
Which
crazy.
one?
Because I mean, he was busting up Cannoneer.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like he was. I remember Jared like wobbling around the cage. I was like, he
You've
could
been
have gotten
hating on this
TKO'd
guy,
then.
though. You've been hating on this guy. I mean, he's been smoking all the top guys. He's been essentially the best guy in the world outside of Adesanya for the past like 6 years, dude.
Six? No, dude. Like 7, 8 years. I'd say 8 years at least.
Yeah.
You know what? 9. Fuck it. Ever since he got into the middleweight division, Robert Whitaker's been him.
Yeah, dude, no, he's been smoking everybody. I mean, he doesn't really get. I mean, obviously he hasn't got a knockout since Chakra, but like
Yeah.
he's just been outclassing everybody.
Hmm.
And like just like your favorite fighter, the guy who you suck off every other weekend, dude, just Sean Strickland. I mean, he's got as many, stoppages as Strickland does. Swear to God, these dogs are barking. And I let him in.
Woof.
Um,
Did you see Sean Strickland was in Japan for vacation recently? And this one Japanese dude called him out on social media and was like, "Hey, come through and spar." Sean's like, "Bet," and then he came and sparred with him for 5 rounds. His girlfriend was like, "No." He's like, "Yes."
nice, good for him. No, but Whitaker looked great though. Return to
He
form.
he looked really good. This is the best I've seen Whitaker since like probably Yoel Romero.
I mean, and Oscar was legit. I mean, he's going to go on to probably be ranked in the division, be a perennial contender, I think, in the division. And
Give Askarov Fluffy Hernandez next.
yeah, I mean, you got to let the guy work his way up. I mean, they're just throwing him into the deep ends. I mean, some of
Yeah,
them,
but I think Fluffy Hernandez is a winnable fight.
yeah, him versus Fluffy or
Fuck it, give him Warley Alves again or Alves again.
let him fight Warley. But yeah, I mean, somebody like Fluffy or I don't know. See what happens with delete. Normally, I'd say delete say if he wasn't fighting like in a week, but
No.
because I mean, I just feel like the rest of these guys should probably be fighting up.
Hmm.
So I mean,
I mean, Whitaker should not fight up. I think he's a small middleweight.
what do you mean?
He
Whitaker's
only.
fighting like
Hmm?
Whitaker's fighting like Sean Strickland or somebody.
No, like Whitaker's not like the biggest middleweight like DDP or Strickland
When
or
I say fighting
Adesanya.
up, I mean up in the rankings, not up in weight class, dude.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Whitaker's not a big middleweight, right? He's like I'd say like an average size middleweight.
I mean, he's just like a middleweight. He's not. He used to fight at 70. He wasn't
Yeah,
like a massive 70 pounder.
yeah. All
Yeah,
right, let's move on to the
what a return to form. So,
let's move on to the 303 card.
all right.
We're gonna preview a 303 card. By the way, this podcast is brought to you by Zach. Who's your favorite
If you're telling
red
me you're gonna do a fucking fake plug and you don't even have a plug in mind, you're gonna
who's your
rely
who's
on
your
me to do a
favorite
fake plug.
Who's your favorite local restaurant in Bartlett,
This
Illinois?
this podcast has been brought to you by Joe Pfeiffer. Joe Pfeiffer and his separated shoulder. That's what this podcast is brought to you by. This podcast has been brought to you by Ian Gary and his wife. It's been brought to you by.
And his nutritionist.
Yeah, right.
You know what? This podcast,
Keep going.
this podcast is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Zach's former employer.
Yeah, right.
Let's go, sportsbook.
Rest in peace, man. Buffalo Wild Wings career
Yeah.
from many years ago.
Buffalo Wild Wings, if you're out there
Or
looking
was
for a sponsor.
unceremoniously let go from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, if you're out there, we are looking for a sponsor. So we would love to have you guys. But yeah.
Yeah, put a sponsor my podcast, even though I'm unhireable in your system. Come
Yeah.
on.
Hey man, you just got to give him that hawk tuh, you know?
No, but, let's look at this fucking upcoming card.
All right, let's start out with the main card. Pereira and Prohaska. Dude, this card is cursed.
It is no, this is a totally cursed card. So I don't even know what's gonna happen. But I mean, Pereira and Prohaska. I mean, I don't know. This just depends on. Hold on. No, no.
Was that alley or beans?
So
Was that
I have a special needs dog that acts special needs. So,
those beans?
anyways, so Pereira and Prohaska, the rematch, dude. It'll be interesting to see how Prohaska adjusts, what he does for the rematch and all that. Because I mean, he's really got the problem in the first fight was just like the defense was just like not there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, he's going like this. He's like,
yeah, I mean, he fights like, oh,
he's like holding samurai swords and fighting.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of his stance and how he fights, but like he just leaves himself wide open.
Well, he doesn't. Rakic used the same strategy as Pereira, calf kicks and keep hitting him in the chin because he's not using defense.
Right. So I mean, I feel like it'll probably go the same way. Stoppage for Pereira, but I mean, dude, I love Prohaska, so I don't know. I'd really like to
Dude,
think
everybody loves Yuri. He's so Yuri.
yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty underrated in terms of like his grappling and all that. So I mean,
Yeah, no, his grappling's really good.
I think if he just diversifies his attack, he could really disrupt Pereira's game. But I mean, if he just stands in front of him again, I mean,
That's what he does, though.
yeah, I mean, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like this is kind of his last shot. As long as Pereira's the champ.
Yeah.
And if he loses this fight, he's gonna be gatekeeper status. Just how it
Yeah.
goes.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because I mean, I have Pereira winning this fight by knockout, but my projected timeline for Pereira is after this fight, because he's supposed to fight Yuri in Perth, but he's going to fight him now. His next fight probably will be Ankalaev, and then if he beats Ankalaev, and this is we were talking about earlier with heavyweight. You got Gain and Volkov are probably going to fight. Aspinall and Blades are going to fight. All right, that creates two clear-cut number one contenders. All right, or a second contender and an obvious number one contender, right?
Right.
If Pereira beats Ankalaev and Yuri, he's also going to move up to heavyweight because he's like, what's left?
He could just keep defending the 205 title.
I mean, he could, but like, I think he wants to go up to heavyweight at some point because he doesn't want to cut any more weight. He walks around at like 235, 240. I think like he just doesn't want to cut weight anymore. So like, it's like, and he could potentially fight John Jones because John Jones wants to fight him potentially. So it's like if Pereira beats the guys, I'm jumping ahead here, but I'm gonna call it now. Pereira's gonna beat Yuri and he's gonna beat Ankalaev, and then he's gonna go up to heavyweight and fight John Jones, and he's gonna lose by submission.
Mystic Neil back at it.
Yeah.
But no, I think this weekend though, or next weekend, I think he'll probably still be able to defend against Prohaska.
Mm-hmm. Is he the face of the UFC?
Yeah. At this point, yeah. Then all right. Then we got T City, young Brian Ortega, taking a young.
We got the Brazilian Chad versus the Mexican ground karate Black belt.
To this fight, this is Mystic Zach here. Third round stoppage for Brian Ortega. Or he gets smoked in the first by
Diego
both.
Lopez, all of his finishes, I think, are in the first round. Let me look it up. Uh,
But I mean, Ortega's the king of the comeback.
yeah, within a minute 38, Diego Lopez wins.
He's the king of the comeback, dude. So he's got to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, Lopez is one of my favorite guys coming up right now. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, he could come out there. He could stop him. His
If
price.
he wins this fight, dude, this is huge. He's in title contention.
I mean, he's just got to. I know he's like great at jujitsu, but he's just got to stay off the ground with him and just keep it standing and just fucking
Yeah.
box him up.
I think because it's interesting. If Diego Lopez wins this fight, I want to see the rematch with him and Volov.
I do too. That was a great fight
Mm-hmm.
first time around.
And that could be a number one contender fight because you got one guy with four wins in a row.
He's a betting favorite right now. Slight betting favorite, Lopez.
There we go.
Younger.
I got Diego Lopez.
I'll take Lopez too.
All right. Next one. Anthony Smith versus Delitze.
Hmm. I did not know Roman Delisa's nickname was the Caucasian.
He's 6'3". He's a big middleweight.
Yeah, I mean he could. I don't think it's crazy that he's fighting at 205. I just
I think he should be fighting at 205.
yeah, probably. But I mean I'll take the lead say probably. I mean Anthony Smith is always game though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith. You're off the hater train of Anthony Smith. Huh?
Anthony Smith, as long as he's not fighting like power punchers, he's good. Sorry, let me rephrase that. As long as he's not fighting experienced power punchers, he's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say Petrino was a power puncher.
Yeah, but like Johnny Walker is a experienced guy, and he got him, or he didn't get him. Like Anthony Smith hasn't done bad. He lost to Roundtree, but that was like a close fight until Roundtree got him, and it was also on short notice. So
Yeah. No, I think taking the Georgian.
all right, next
Take,
one. Mayra Buena Silva versus Macy Chiaz. Was she the one that fought for the title recently? Oh yeah.
yeah, that was very I don't know. I'm not trying to hate, right? But that was like one of the most unimpressive title fights I've ever seen.
Hey man,
The
respect
Buena
women's
Silva,
MMA. It's a very important part of contributing to the advancement of women.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll take Kiasen. Kiasen is usually
I think she's really good.
she's long as she's a good like long striker. I think she'll be able to keep it standing with Buena Silva and
Yeah.
stop her.
Yep.
Maybe not stop her, but get a decision or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I got her.
Next fight though, dude. BBO Gary
The cuck.
and Michael Page.
I got MVP by knockout.
I think Gary will get him.
No.
MVP kind of struggles against experienced guys who aren't like afraid of him, and I really don't think
Kevin Holland wasn't afraid of
Gary's
him.
huh?
Kevin Holland wasn't afraid of him.
He wasn't fighting like it.
Kevin Holland's just like weird.
I mean, Kevin Holland wasn't. He didn't show up in the way that he should have showed up.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Michael Page just like has like an aura where it's like if he because he has enough power where like, if you close in, I mean, he can get you. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Gary will be able to put together his combinations and disrupt Page's movement and carrying ability. I
I
mean,
got I got MVP by knockout. He's gonna knock him out and be like, yeah, so I knocked out that cuck. Where's his wife at? I gotta have my turn with
that's
her
the thing.
tonight.
Like people focus so much on the dude's like personal life and like whatever memes or whatever. Like it's just like, oh, he's not good. Like the guy's 14-0. He's been
He's a
fucking up
good
everybody. He's been fucking up everybody that he fights. He fucked up D-Rod and
he
D-Rod.
not Jeff Neal. He ran away from Jeff Neal.
He beat Jeff Neal clean, right?
He ran away the whole time.
No, he was striking with him, right? He beat him clean. And
Ian Gary's a Ian Gary hates black people. He only fights black people.
he's a cock. He's a cock.
No, I'm saying he hates black people. He,
Cock.
he he only fights black
I don't
people.
watch his fights. I just think he's a cock.
I'm just saying he hates black people. He
Yeah.
fights only black people.
Gary's a racist. That's a takeaway that we should miss.
His including MVP, his last three opponents are black, and he's beaten all of them. So he's a racist.
Yeah, sure. Okay. High level analysis now.
Yeah.
Will Piper and Mark Andre Brawl. What do you think about this?
I got Mark Andre Barreau by knockout
Really? Why do you say that?
because this dude can do it. He knocked out Julian Marquez, who's really good.
Dude, Marquez has been off though.
That's
Marquez
true.
got
And
smoked
he
by
barely lost to Chris Curtis.
yeah. Dude, I know you're just bouncing your leg, but it looks really sus in the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, hands up, buddy. No, I
I
think
shake
Piper
my
will be
leg a
able to bounce
lot.
back. I know I made a joke about Piper earlier, but I think he'll be able to bounce back. I think he's super talented. He'll be able to. I mean, he's got power, he's got the wrestling, and Brault doesn't always put together. So we'll see.
The problem is when Joker fought him, like Joker neutralized the wrestling and then made him stand, and he's got
Jo-
power, but his striking's not that good. It's not crisp.
Joker's like Joker's awkward though.
Yeah.
I don't think Brault's that awkward. I think he's more orthodox kind of fighter.
Right, right. But
I think
like,
it's a really tough like veteran matchup to take. Where
mhm.
Brault doesn't really have that sort of disruption in his game.
Yeah.
So I think Piper will be able to implement his game without the sort
But
of
can we agree that Pfeiffer is not he's not like an accurate striker. Like I mean, I know Joker's style is awkward, but like Pfeiffer's more of a power puncher than an accurate striker, I'd say.
no, he's definitely more of a power puncher.
Yeah.
Still, I think he'll be able to land that power against Brault.
Hmm.
So yeah, high level breakdown on Brault and Piper.
Yeah.
Cobb Swanson and
One last comment on Joe Pfeiffer. Joe Pfeiffer, I'm sorry your parents abandoned you. You didn't deserve that, man.
super out of pocket, dude. But all right, Cubs.
He opened up the Joe Rogan experience with that shit. I was like, what?
That was a crazy pod. I mean, hey, he had a lot to share on that pod, dude. He's waiting for his moment.
Yeah.
But no, dude, Cub Swanson and Andre Touchy Feely.
I
I
got
think
Cub Swanson.
this is the prelims people's main event.
Yeah. This is an OG fight right here.
Yeah, I mean, two vets kind of wins loss, but no, dude, I believe in Swanson. I think Swanson is just a little bit. I don't know. He's probably lost a step in terms of speed, but I still think he's more well-rounded than Feely.
Cub Swanson's the only man to beat both Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier.
Knocked out Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, dude. And he beat Jeremy Stevens, who was a quote unquote hardest hitting 145er.
Dude, Stevens was murdering people at 45, right? When he was knocking them out, he broke Josh Emmett's face, dude.
Dude, that was a wild fight between him and Josh Emmett. That's
Yeah,
why people are like, Josh Emmett's the hardest hitter. I'm like, no, it's Jeremy Stevens because he beat him.
yeah. I mean, right now it might be Josh Emmett, but at the time, I mean, Stevens just swings from the fucking hip, dude. I mean, his knockout over Honey Jason was ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is Josh
My
Emmett.
my 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 striking coach today in kickboxing class, he literally referenced it. He's like, people want to go with their whole body when they throw the left hook. Don't be Jeremy Stevens. He literally references him all the time because Jeremy Stevens, because he's a power puncher, he always throws everything in. He throws his body into it and like just knocks out guys. I'm like, what about Jeremy Stevens, coach? He's good. And he's like, yeah, he was he a champion? I'm like, no. It's like, there you go. But like that was the thing. Whenever he would go for the knockout, he'd always get caught.
Yeah, usually, yeah, that happened a lot. But no, but I mean, I'm looking forward to this fight. Peyton Talbot's also fighting. Charles Jourdain's fighting.
This is an OG card.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle Waterson, Jillian Robinson are fighting. Return of Andrei Arlovsky, dude. Watch out for Andrei Arlovsky. He's fighting a Slovenian guy, Martin Bude.
Ricky Simone's fighting. Ricky Simone's good.
Number one flyweight out of Japan, Ray Syria playing Carlos Hernandez.
Ricky Simone's just hit some bad luck with Song Yadong and Mario Batista. Mario Batista and Song Yadong are both really good too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, Simone is the favorite and should be the favorite here, but Vinicius Oliveira did look great in his last fight, so
Yeah.
he's a little.
How the fuck is Ricky Simone on the early prelims? That dude should be on the prelims.
He's opening the card. His first fight in.
I gotta watch this one. Yeah. All right. That's the card for UFC
I
303.
should watch these fights. He's got a fucking podcast about fights.
I mean, of course I'm gonna watch these fights, but yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna run through. I got Ricky Simone, Carlos Hernandez, Andrei Arlovski, Michelle Waterson, Peyton Talbot, Charles Jourdain, and Cub Swanson and Joe Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I'll take Vinicius, Ray Soria, Golovski, Jillian Robertson, Peyton Talbot, Charles Jourdain, Swanson, Pfeiffer, Gary, Kiasen, Kalite, Lopez, Pereira.
All right, cool. Next up is the or sorry, new news before educate Neil segment.
Rest in peace, Ryan Garcia. What
Yeah, dude, that's just bad. I don't know what boxing's gonna do.
do you mean? They have all these other stars. Fucking
I
watch.
mean, what I'm thinking is they're just gonna have Ryan Garcia fight in Saudi Arabia.
Nah, he's not gonna fight for a year, dude.
Or he could go to England and fight.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna retire for a year. It's like, no, dude, you were suspended for a year.
He's gonna go to England probably and fight there.
No, that's not how it works, dude.
Can't you fight in England if you're not allowed in the US?
No, dude, that's not how it works. They don't commission people like they're clear people like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because like in MMA, it's like Khabib was suspended for 6 months by Nevada State Athletic Commission after the McGregor fight. He just fought in Abu Dhabi. Like they have no authority there.
Yeah, but he didn't fight. He fought more than 6 months later.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, no, but like they still need a governing body from like, especially in boxing, like WBC or whatever, you know what I mean, to like sanction it.
Hmm. And they all will collaborate with the New York State Athletic Commission and be like, no.
Yeah, I mean, well, the suspensions are just respected
No.
because he fucking cheated. He showed up intentionally off weight. He had fucking PEDs in his system. He
Hmm.
fucked himself.
Did they test for cocaine? I'm pretty sure he was on cocaine too.
Obviously, they didn't because none of that came out.
Okay.
But no, dude, Ryan Garcia fucked himself.
Yeah. What other news do I have?
Um,
Izzy and Duplessis was announced for August.
Bill Yep.
Yeah,
He's a real African champ, dude.
yeah. Denver's getting an Apex card.
Denver's getting an Apex card.
Yeah.
They're doing an event in Denver at an Apex.
No, they're doing an event in Denver and giving it an Apex level talent card.
Oh, I was gonna say they open up another one, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, no. No, Denver has a like I will run through this list. The only one on there is Thug Rose. Everyone else, I'm like, who?
A lot of times these cards fill out a couple of
That's
few weeks
true.
before them.
Macy Barber's a savage. You know what? It's not that bad. Drew Dober's fighting, Mike Malot's fighting. Drew Dober's fighting Mike Davis. Mike Malot's fighting Gilbert Urbina. Santiago Ponzinibbio. You know what? I'm hating on this card. This card's actually not bad. Santiago Ponzinibbio is pretty solid. He's fighting Muslim Sakalov, who's I know, like that's good. Gabriel Bonfim's fighting Angel Lucy. Like this is actually not a bad card.
Yeah. No, it's definitely fight night quality, but it's not. I don't think it's Apex quality.
Huh?
I don't think it's necessarily Apex quality. I think
No,
it's
I
like
think this is fight night quality. I take this back. You know what? Because they changed this. They didn't announce these other main cards. They just announced prelims.
can't be looking at it when they first announce it, dude. They don't
That's
have it.
true. Cody Brundage goes from UFC 300 main card to Fight Night prelims.
Yeah. that happens when
He's fighting Abdul Rasik Al Hassan from Ghana.
Al Hassan's pretty good. We'll see what happens there.
Arosa versus Christian Rodriguez is happening in the prelims. Vivian Arujo versus Jasmine Jazudivic. I don't fucking know. Um, Luana Santos fighting Maria Apogova from Kazakhstan. And then Josh Fremo's fighting Andre Petrosky. So, you know what? I take it back. This is a decent card.
Yeah.
When I saw it initially, though, it was like they changed it. It was not this good when I initially saw it last month.
Yeah, they don't announce all the fights up front, dude.
Yeah, they just had Thug Rose, and Macy Barber, and a couple other fights that were from the prelims. I was like, Denver's getting this? Dana, do you hate Denver that much?
So the UFC started on Denver.
Yeah. What else is there? McGregor, they're talking a lot about the Sphere. They're gonna make it similar to UFC 300 because they're like Dana wants to pay tribute to the Mexican people.
Right.
So the Sphere is gonna be a big one for Mexican Independence Day. Um, he also refuses to give Islam Makhachev his money fight with Brock Lesnar.
Put him in there with Brock.
Yeah. So that's what else is there? Oh, Corey and Umar's coming up in August. Um the
You going through the
UFC.
rest of the year's news, dude?
Huh? What's up?
Going through the rest of the year's fucking matchups, bro?
I mean, I'm just giving you the updates.
Give you a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great in terms of quality after UFC 303. Like it's gonna be kind of dark days until Manchester, to be honest.
Manchester's in July.
End of July.
Well, yeah, I mean they got the one event in Denver. They have the one event in the Apex. So I mean I don't know. It happens.
They're not doing anything for July 4th week, I don't think. Let me look that up.
No, they're not. So the closest thing to July 4th is 303.
Yeah. They're doing an Apex card. Amanda Lemos is fighting Vernad something. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna butcher her name.
Yeah.
Shout out to England. They get Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad. That's what we give them for the revolution.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's fun. In terms of educate Neil, the fight that I watched was Robert Whitaker, Yoel Romero won.
Well, they're fighting in a new arena too in England, the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This was opened in May.
I'm surprised they didn't go to Birmingham. I thought Leon wanted Birmingham because this is where he's from. But I think Aspinall's from Manchester, so they settled for that.
It's from Salford. Let's see where Salford's at. Yeah, he's from Manchester.
Yeah, so they're like Birmingham's not rich enough.
Or Birmingham.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of educate Neil, Yoel Romero, Robert Whitaker one was insane.
Robert Whitaker's pay attention kind of fight, you know?
Dude, that's
He
what
beat
everybody
you,
because that's what everybody respects about him. Yoel Romero 1 and 2 was insane.
Yeah, and then he beat Romero, and then Bisping got in the cage and threw his belt at him. And he's like, "Oh, can I keep the belt?"
No.
But yeah,
Why was there since you were a fan back then, let me look up Michael Bisping. Hold on. Because I need to see this. What was the gap in his fights? Um okay, so he fought October 8th, 2016. And then he didn't fight again until November the following year. Why was that like such a delay?
I mean, it was
Huh?
kind of a roundabout thing. He was supposed to fight. They did at the beginning of the year, if I remember correctly. They did a press conference with him and GSP, and then Romero fought Rockhold for what would have been the interim title if Romero didn't miss weight. And he knocked out Rockhold.
No, no, you're thinking 2018. You're thinking a little too ahead.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me pull up his record.
Casual. Casual.
Pull up his record.
You're thinking of when Whitaker pulled out and then
It's like
Rockhold.
2017.
Yeah, this is 2017. You're thinking of 2018.
Yeah, dude. No, dude. This is 2017. He was supposed to fight. What are you talking about? 2018. He was retired by 2017, dude.
I thought you were talking about Whitaker, Rockhold, then Whitaker pulled out, and then Romero fought
No, you're
Rockhold for the
fucking throwing
interim.
me off. You don't need to. It was Whitaker and or not Whitaker. It was Romero and Rockhold that fought for an interim title. Only Rockhold was able to win because Romero missed weight, but he won. So then it was going to be Romero and Bisping got injured. So instead, they did Whitaker and Romero, and
Oh.
Whitaker won in an upset. So then they were like, all right, well, what the fuck do we do here? His GSP's coming back. So we were just like, all right, Whitaker, you got to wait. And so they did
See, this is what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Bisping and GSP, Bisping and GSP. And then
So,
GSP won, and he was supposed to
mhm.
get a two-fight contract. He was supposed to defend the title if he were to have won, but then he had, ulcerative
Yeah.
colitis or whatever. So then he retired. So then they're like, all right, well, I guess Whitaker's the champion now.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. Yo Romero and Luke Rockhold, February 10th, 2018.
Oh, but he fucking won. Well, Romero won, took a
Sorry,
little
but this is
break.
2018. We're talking about 2017.
No, stop. What are you talking about, dude?
I was talking about 2018 Robert Whitaker pulling out and then Yoel fighting Rockhold.
All right, well, I guess I am completely wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, no, because 2018, I know you're talking about
I don't remember,
2018.
dude. I don't fucking remember that. I
No,
mean,
you're good. You're good.
he was
Because
supposed
like
they were doing
I
they were doing a whole thing with GSP. That's what it was.
okay, yeah.
I mean, and then they were just trying to get GSP to fight, and that just took forever.
Yeah. Well, he had a tough time putting on weight. He had to get to try, I think he said he's trying to get to 200 pounds because Bisping, he knew Bisping, Yoel Romero, Robert Whitaker. He's like, these guys are huge. I need to bulk up.
Yeah,
GSP and Yoel Romero would have been not a good fight for GSP.
no,
He's just too small.
yeah, no, that wouldn't have been good. Him and Whitaker might have been competitive, but Whitaker
Hmm.
probably would have been able to stop him or something. I don't know.
Uh maybe
Maybe
I don't know. Again,
this
that's
is a
a
competitive fight though.
yeah.
All right, well, shows out no shit. All
It's
right,
okay.
so you want me to get wrong tonight?
What's the lottery numbers for tonight?
8, 15, 24, 69.
Is and also who's gonna win Saturday, Pereira or Yuri? Whoever you say is gonna win, I'm gonna bet against the other guy. I'm gonna bet against him.
All right, well, bet on Yuri because Pereira's winning.
Yeah. Hey, don't curse Pereira, man. Pereira's on a run.
Yeah,
Pereira beats Yuri Ankalaev, dude. Like he's the official face of the UFC, dude. Like because he'll have 3 title defenses at that point, which is like incredible.
yeah.
If he, can I ask you this? If he beats Yuri again and he beats Ankalaev, is Izzy's legacy just tarnished?
No, why would that tarnish his legacy?
Like, or does it make it Pereira better than Izzy in terms of UFC?
No, they have different legacies. And
Like,
Izzy,
what I'm saying is, will Pereira's legacy overshadow Izzy's?
I mean, if you want to focus on that, then sure. But I mean, you're kind of selling the sport short if you are, because I mean, Izzy's legacy is him being a long reigning champion, where Pereira is more a move. He was able to he won the title, moved up, or won the title, lost the title, moved up, won the title again. He's done like these short notice fights where he's been stepping in and knocking guys out.
Hmm.
It's just not the same as what Izzy was.
Yeah,
So I mean they both beat each other once. I don't really see how it overshadows one or the other.
yeah. I've seen these conversations on Instagram everywhere where it's like, if Pereira wins, does this overshadow Izzy? Or like, who has a better legacy?
Yeah, I mean, well, Instagram comments are made up of people with zero brain cells.
Yeah,
So I mean, parroting the Instagram comment arguments is not necessarily the move.
no, yeah. Yeah, man. Any other one last thing. Ed O'Neill went on Games with Names, Julian Edelman's podcast. He was talking about how in the 30s and 40s, like 1930s and 40s, because he's that old, how the fighters back then were more legit than the guys now, like Sugar Ray Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard. Who's the guy in the 30s and 40s? Is it Sugar Ray Robinson?
It's Ray Robinson.
Yeah, he had like at age 26, he had like 90 fights. Bernard Hopkins at age 26 had like 30 fights, but I mean Bernard Hopkins was in prison for 5 years, so I mean it's not a good comparison, but like let's go with Marvin Hagler. He had like what?
No, it's kind of an old head take. I mean, it's just different times of boxing. I mean, you could fight. I mean, Ray Robinson's fighting like all the time.
Yeah.
He's not fighting like the highest level of competition. He fought Jake LaMotta like 8 times. I mean, he really like I'm not even exaggerating. He fought him like I don't know, like ballpark. I'll say 6 times. He fought Jake LaMotta, and Jake LaMotta only won one of them. So I mean, look, I'm not saying that Ray Robinson's not one of the goats because he absolutely is, but completely different times within the sport. It's barely even the same sport.
Who's the who's like the GOAT from that time? Who is it? Like Lewis guy? Joe Lewis?
Yeah, Joe Lewis and there's Joe Lewis and after him it was Rocky Marciano.
The real Italian stallion, the one who inspired the Rocky Balboa films.
Then I mean then like Sonny Liston was big, then Ali was big. Sonny Liston was, kind of shed on his whole career, but
Wait, who did Sonny Liston beat again?
it was Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it was Floyd Patterson, if I'm not
Yeah, no,
mistaken.
you're right. You're right. It was Floyd Patterson. Yeah. That was a war between him and Sonny Liston.
Yeah, I mean those old school fights were crazy. I mean it was just
Dude.
like it's just a different game,
Hmm.
different game. I don't want to say different sport, but just a completely different game that everybody had to play. I mean, you can't fight like that. You don't anymore. Like it's just not the same thing. You couldn't even fight like that in the fucking 90s when Bernard Hopkins was fighting.
Yeah.
Just
Shout out to Bernard Hopkins, the GOAT. Um,
like,
who's did he fight in the same weight division as Marvin Hagler?
Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I'm in my opinion, I think Marvelous Marvin Hagler is the greatest of all time in that division. What about you?
dude, there's so many guys. I mean, you talk about greatest of all time. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, there's great guys left and right. I mean, Hagler, Thomas Hearns is up there.
I mean, but he beat Hearns.
Seen Hearns fight. Um, him, Hearns, fucking. I mean, Roy Jones Jr. First of all, come
Yeah,
on.
that took.
Come on. Roy Jones Jr. is right up there too.
Yeah.
Carlos Monzon, he was great. He had a bunch of personal problems, but he was great.
Hmm.
Um, Ray Robinson. I mean, I know he was before, but still, he was a middleweight. So many guys, and the middleweight's just stacked up with guys.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Nigel Benn was really good. Obviously, Hopkins. Kozagi was a great middleweight too, or he might have been a cruiserweight. Is he cruiserweight? He might have been middleweight. Calzaghe is another one who he retired undefeated. He had crazy combinations, like 12-piece combos that he would land.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Talking about greatest of all time, who the fuck knows? It's probably Floyd Mayweather, realistically. If you really
Yeah.
want to look at like strength of schedule and how many times they got hit versus what they were hitting the other guys with, parity between fights, how they would even when he would have a close fight, he'd come back in the rematch, completely dominate.
Floyd's greatest victory was over the Big Show at WrestleMania, though, let's be honest.
I mean, when he came out of, he retired before that. Like he retired before that, and he came and after he fought Ricky Hatton, who, by the way, Ricky Hatton was a monster at the time, massive in England and undefeated and just a great fighter. And he knocked out Ricky Hatton in like the I think 11th round, 10th or 11th round.
Mhm. Oh, did you see Gervonta fought last week?
Yeah, no, he knocked out Frank Martin.
Yeah.
Great
What'd you think of
knockout.
that fight?
It's a great knockout.
Did you
He's
watch it?
Did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it on my phone at Top Golf.
Nice.
That and the David Benavidez fight.
When is Canelo gonna fight him?
I don't know. Maybe at the end of the year. Who knows?
Because they're talking about Canelo and Crawford, and now they're talking about Canelo and Benavidez. It's like Canelo, just fight both of them. Like, who gives a shit?
Canelo's just who knows? I mean, Crawford's got to fight somebody. He hasn't fought since the Spence fight.
Isn't Earl Spence have a rematch clause?
He does, but he really shouldn't fight Crawford again if he knows what's good for himself.
Did he get knocked out? I saw that fight, but did he get knocked
Yeah.
out or was it?
He got beat so bad. He had
Yeah,
some.
no, it was bad. And then I finished watching the Gaethje and Pereira fights, so I missed the rest of it. But who won it? Or who? How did he win at the end? Was it knockout or was it a decision?
Knockout.
Okay.
Yeah, he stopped him within 8 rounds, I think.
Yeah, I watched the first 4 rounds, and then Pereira and Jan came on, so I had to switch over to that.
Yeah, he beat Errol Spence so bad. It was rough. And I love Errol Spence, don't get me wrong, but it's just I mean there's just levels.
Yeah.
There's levels and he showed the levels.
Yeah, man. What do you think about Canelo moving up to middleweight potentially, or one of the higher weight divisions? Because he still has to. He wants to get a rematch against Bivol, right?
Yeah, they're talking about a Bivol fight. They're talking about it's probably either gonna be Bivol or Benavidez.
Is Benavidez the same weight class as Canelo?
Well, Benavidez moved up to I think light heavyweight. And I mean Canelo's dabbled in light heavyweight. But I mean that's where he
How
lost.
tall is Canelo?
He's probably 5'11", 5'10".
Oh,
I mean he's not big for that weight class though. So I mean it's either gonna be Crawford, which I don't know, I think it's probably
he's
most
five
like
seven, dude.
Canelo's 5'7".
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Hmm. No fucking way. Canelo's not 5'7". Huh. Oh, 5'7.5", right? 5'7.5". Give him credit.
All right. Not,
I thought he was taller. I don't know.
dude. He fought a guy who's like 6 foot and like 190. Like,
Yeah, I mean he was. I mean Bivol just had him at range the entire time. Canelo just could not get inside.
mm-mm.
Don't want to see that
He's got
rematch.
to use the. We were doing another thing today. We were doing peekaboo boxing drills, and so Canelo should replicate that when he fights them.
Yeah,
That's how you beat a guy who's bigger. You got to use Mike Tyson style.
that's crazy. I didn't know he was 5'7".
Yeah, because Mike was only like 5'10" when he was knocking out guys who were 6'5". Like that was insane. People talk about Mike Tyson how great he was. I'm like, the dude's 5'10". He's fighting guys 6'5".
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
How big is Caleb Plant? Caleb Plant's 6'1".
Bevol's like 6 foot.
I think it was Charlo. Charlo's 5'11". Man, he just doesn't look like that much smaller than those guys though that he fights.
I mean, he's a big boy. He's bulky.
But yeah, man, that's all I got for you today.
Cool. All right, that's it. Sh shout out to Jared Cannonier getting TKO'd the way he did. Shout out to Jason Herzog for the biggest bullshit call ever.
Yeah, Herzog's not really great, but he did blow that one.
Yeah. By the way, the title of this podcast is "The Reaper Reaps in Saudi Arabia."
Yeah, be very careful about how you type that, buddy.
Yeah. All right, man. Take it easy.
See you.
Bye.